So in order to do that, we have to have an electrical plan that's already pretty complete. We have worked on this building before, and we put the receptacles everywhere we wanted or needed one. And so now we're going to make these numbers make sense. What does an electrical schedule look like? We go to the schedules and details plan, and we look at the panel schedule. I'm going to copy this, not the Windows copy command, but not the AutoCAD copy command, but the Windows copy click command. I copy it from this drawing. I'm going to paste it into this drawing so I can work on it side by side. And then when I'm finished, I'm going to take this back, put it right here, get rid of that. An electrical panel schedule is paper, electrical panel. It's a piece of paper on your panel that tells you what circuit is connected to what room or piece of equipment. Let me just see if we can find. So there's an electrical panel on the side of it. This is a little piece of paper that says, well, not that one, but here it is right there, and that's not the best. Let me try to find a better one here. Maybe we'll just look up electrical panel schedule. So there's your electrical panel. It tells me that circuit 1 and 3 is connected to that. This 7 is connected to the other thing. This one's not the best either. Goodness, I could never find a good one. Here we go. Circuit 1, it says it's connected to something there. Circuit 2, circuit 3. It tells you what circuit is connected to what. So let's see how that works then. For instance, in this panel PA from a previous project, circuits 1 and 3 were the breakers for air handler 1, and air handler 2 was 5 and 7. And the way they do this is the odd numbers are on the left and the even numbers are on the right. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, on and on until 41, 42. Other things like, for instance, the water coolers in circuit breaker 13, the receptacles in the foyer, circuit breaker 15, on and on. The bathrooms, for instance, are on circuit breaker 17. So let's do it for this particular building. Normally, I put the air handlers and heat pumps at the bottom, and I'm not sure exactly why I did it this way on this project. So, but I'm going to do it this way, the way I normally do it here. So I'm going to move these things out of the way, making sure I don't move the lines, making sure I just move the circuit designation. I'm just going to move it out of the way. I'm actually not going to delete it because I am going to need that information later. So I'm just going to move it over here, somewhere out of the way. We assumed there was going to be one air handler and one heat pump in the earlier video, and they're going to be called heat pump 1 and air handler 1. There's a chance that there may be 2 air handlers and 2 heat pumps. If that's the case, we'll put it right above here. So what we did here is move air handler 1 to circuits 39 and 41. For air handler 1, it's circuit 39 and 41. Move this out of the way a little bit so it's not on top of the actual disconnect, and we can read it. So the heat pump, it says here, is in circuit 6 and 8, but we moved it to circuit 40 and 42. So I'll change this to 40 and 42. And there's no science to this. This is just a little bit of bookkeeping, making sure this matches with that. So I put the heavy loads on the bottom. And I'm going to delete these air handlers and these heat pumps. Should I need more air handlers and heat pumps, I'll just copy these up. Now, what does it mean? The first column is the circuit number. The second column is the breaker size. And then the third column is the wire size that connects the breaker to the air handler. Well, breaker size is the number. Let's see if we can get a good picture. It's a number written on the actual circuit breaker. There's a 15 there, a 15 there, 15 there, 15, 15. Some are larger than 15, obviously for bigger pieces of equipment. Let's see. This is not a good picture, but I think this is 25. Then what's this? 10, 15, 20. We don't use anything smaller than 20. So let's see how this building is broken up. I'm going to start here in the copy room. So, and I'm just going to copy something from this panel up to space number 1. So space number 1, we're going to say receptacles, copy room. So every receptacle in the copy room that isn't dedicated is going to be panel A-1. Let's go in the copy room and see. This is a receptacle that isn't dedicated, so is this one, so is this one, and so is this one. So that's PA-1. This one is a dedicated receptacle for the copier. That's what note 15 says. So I'm going to make that one a separate circuit. And I'm going to give it a number that's close to this one. I like to stay in the same column. If I'm in the odds here, I'll stay in the odds. I'll pick the next odd number, which will be PA-3. So under here, I'll come to the schedule. And I'll look in this one to see if I have them for copier and I'm over there, but I see that I don't. So I'm just going to copy this one down. And that's receptacle, one single receptacle. Dash copier. Then I'm done with that room. The idea is for the things that are in the same room to be together. Let's say in a state of panic, somebody's trying to turn off just the copier because it caught on fire. And for some reason, the breaker for the copy room is number 1, and then the circuit for the copier is 28. So the person is going to have to read all this whole panel schedule to try to find it. But if you find the copy room, then I want you to be able to find whatever's in that room real close to it. I could put it on the 3, or I could put it next to it on the 2, so they're kind of grouped together. I like to stay in the same column, and that's why I want to stay with 1 and 3. So that room is done. All the circuits in that room are selected. Let's move over to the break room. So again, all the outlets that are convenience that are not dedicated are going to be on the same breaker. And then any other outlet that's dedicated. For instance, this is dedicated to the microwave, has its own breaker, and this is for the refrigerator, that will have its own breaker. Sometimes there will also be a garbage disposal and maybe even a dishwasher, and those will have their own breakers. But every outlet that is just for convenience, all those will be grouped together. There's 1 on the counter, and there's 3 around the room. So that I'm going to make those PA-2. So I'm going to start on the right-hand column with the evens. PA-2, and so there's receptacles break room. And let's see if this place had a break room. There they are. And I'm going to take the refrigerator while I'm at it, because I'm going to put that one right underneath it. I'm going to copy this from this corner to this corner, and I'm going to put a line in between that says those are two separate breakers. The one thing about the break room, all those outlets in the break room are going to be GFCI protected. So I have to put a note number 1. They're all connected.